When we think about something that brings out the best in us, it usually involves helping someone else. By donating plasma at a Grifols Center, you can help save millions of lives and show your good side to the world. You'll join thousands of people who donate safely each week, so patients get the plasma-derived medicines they rely on. And you'll be rewarded up to $1,000 your first month. Learn more at grifolsplasma.com.
With prices soaring at the pump, filling up can be stressful. That's why Discover has your back with cashback. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target, now through June, on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. We know every dollar matters right now, but you can count on us. Get up to $75 cash back this quarter with your Discover It card. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Want to thank listener John K., who sent me probably one of the best things to wake up to this morning.
Oh.
And that is
a naked picture of John K.
Whoa! All right, well, okay, this then is the second best.
Okay.
John sent.
Sorry. All right, I already messed this up for you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I realize that.
Because well, here's the thing. I think you're going to like this too. It's an awesome Super Bowl commercial, which don't know why we even watch the Super Bowl anymore, because they keep giving us commercials before the Super Bowl, which just kind of defeats the purpose.
Right. I have zero. Honestly, like ever since YouTube has blown up to the point where people are putting all the Super Bowl commercials on there, I never even pay attention to commercials during the actual Super Bowl anymore.
And this one here, well, you probably want to see again. I think I would, because it's got Marshawn Lynch as your host, which Marshawn is continuing to be quite an entertainer after his football career. The guy who said nothing turns out to be really entertaining in almost anything he does on screen, with the league, with Westworld, and now this. He is your host, and it's called 'Twas the Night Before the Super Bowl. So he's in a fancy room with all the fancy old-timey beautiful furniture in the fireplace.
With the fancy book.
Yeah. And it also features a lot of great football players from the past, including Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, and their dad, Archie.
'Twas the night before. Hold up. Let's take this up a notch. 'Twas the night before Super Bowl, and all through Tampa Bay, the Chiefs and the Buccaneers were ready to play. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but the Super Bowl legends of yesteryear.
You still warming up?
Eli and Peyton, they're up throwing footballs, snacking on Lays and destroying them walls.
Hey, what are you doing?
His idea, Dad.
Hey, I don't care.
Beast up on them boys, Archie.
Go to bed.
Thanks a lot.
Catch the ball. Don't be scared of the ball.
I was not scared of the ball.
So get the Doritos.
You guys are all right.
And get the Tostitos. For salsa, for queso, get the Lays and the Cheetos. Now snack away, snack away, snack away, y'all. Because Super Bowl's here and we about to ball. So happy Super Bowl to all, and to all a good night. And don't forget the chips.
Oh yeah, it's a great commercial. It's got other football players. I won't spoil it for you because you can go check it out.
I think my favorite part is that he said, "Beast up on those boys, Archie."
Yeah,
I think that might be the first time that Archie's ever heard that saying.
It's a fun thing because Peyton and Eli are in their pajamas,
right?
Like it's Christmas, the night before Christmas, and of course they're downstairs being like brothers would be, and Dad's like, "What are you guys doing, putting holes in our wall?" By throwing footballs and stuff. It's very cute. And then the other folks that show up are actually pretty fun too. So there you go. Yeah. Do we have the video up ourselves? The link to it?
Yep, and it's going to be on your Facebook page as well.
Oh, look at this. So you can check this all out when you want to,
you
people.
You probably got the hookup on all the damn Frito-Lays.
Yeah.
Pretty much just take a handful of them
You aren't kidding, man. I mean, you got the Lays, the Frito-Lays.
Something like that.
You got the Cheetos.
Doritos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's pretty sweet.
He's living the good life, Marshawn.
He's living you're right.
He's got a Super Bowl ring. Should have two. If they maybe let him run with the ball.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I think that was yesterday was the anniversary of the Super Bowl loss. I saw that post popping up on a couple things.
No,
I'm like,
don't bring it up.
well, too late. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. And we were the last team, right, to go to back-to-back Super Bowls? Until the Chiefs now? I believe we were.
I think.
I don't think anyone's gone to back-to-back.
I don't think the Patriots did back-to-back after that.
Yeah, I don't think they did either.
Yeah.
So it's really again, it's the only reason I'm rooting for the Buccaneers. I'm just, I don't want to see somebody else do back-to-back because it's still too soon for me to think we could.
Still too soon.
It's still too soon, buddy. We got a porch. Yeah. We got a porch pirate thief that took things to a whole new level as they stole an entire porch. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Miggs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Miggs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
When we think about something that brings out the best in us, it usually involves helping someone else. By donating plasma at a Griffel Center, you can help save millions of lives and show your good side to the world. You'll join thousands of people who donate safely each week, so patients get the plasma-derived medicines they rely on. And you'll be rewarded up to $1,000 your first month. Learn more at griffelsplasma.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Miggs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Miggs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Kia Up You all for giving us the Miggs Report. And today's the day. Today is Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Were you keeping tabs? Were you following what's going on? Do you know what happened with Puxatawny Phil, BJ?
Well, no, because as you know, you can't go see him anymore. You got to do it online or something.
Oh, yeah. I watched it virtually on YouTube.
Oh, you did
the
watch
whole
it?
thing. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Me and 46,000 other people seem to do this and watch. I came in early because I had things to do, and then I get sucked into watching a damn groundhog come out of a hole.
Yeah. People really like to go there. A lot of folks are bummed that they can't do it this year.
It's more like a door. Like he has a little door that he comes out of. I don't know if you guys seen it, but
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. All right. So you don't know. What do you think happened? Do you think he saw his shadow or it didn't, BJ? It happened about 30 minutes ago.
I got a 50-50 shot. Which one allows us to have a shorter winter?
If he sees a shadow, that means there's more winter.
Okay, I want him not to see a shadow.
So that's what you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go with didn't see a shadow.
Didn't see a shadow. You are
wrong. Oh,
sorry.
No, we got it.
Winter is coming.
Well, we know that
winter
already.
is staying around.
There you go. Yeah, because people are getting dumped on. Pennsylvania, too, as a matter of fact.
Winter has lasting power.
Yeah, that sucks.
Winter took its Viagra. 6 more weeks of winter because Puxatawny saw his shadow.
What does that add up to? 6 weeks. I'm trying to do the math. Is that the end of March at least?
I think, maybe come August we might see some warm weather.
Oh, that works out.
I think that's how it all works out.
The math works out there.
It's also World Ukulele Day, so that's a very special day, of course.
Is it really?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You could, listen to some of your favorite songs.
Oh, yeah?
On ukulele.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Like this one.
Okay. Nice. Oh, yeah.
Or listen to some Eddie Vedder, because he likes to play the uke.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's at least part of good news.
And it's Tater Tot Day. No, not a day to celebrate my daughter, Tatum. A day to eat tater tots.
Oh, wow. All right.
Lots of good stuff going on.
Tater tots are good, dude.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
All right, this story, I mean, you hear about these porch pirates. They're thieves. They're the worst. I mean, they go onto someone's porch and they take like whatever package it is that somebody has there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the hell's going on with these people? Well, one porch pirate decided to go a step further. I can't believe this even happened. It happened in Detroit. A woman got home from work on Saturday and found that the porch pirates hit her house. They didn't steal an Amazon package, a UPS box. They stole the entire porch.
What?
I don't know if you've seen the picture, but her entire porch is gone now.
Wow. Why?
She even says, I just want to know, ain't nobody seeing them steal my porch?
Yeah, you would think somebody would be like, okay, someone's dismantling this. We probably should call the authorities.
Green wooden stairs, the railings, and the small porch that was in front of her house, all missing. I don't know what you plan on doing with this porch, but it's not like a fancy porch. It's just a real super basic porch.
I guess somebody must need some porching.
You're probably right. We have a story about a person in Virginia that is maybe should stop watching the movie Porky's because I think they thought this was a way to be able to check out naked women. And I don't know if even Danny knows the movie Porky's. Why did I bring that one up?
That's a really Steve. You're going way back.
I can't think of any other one where they're like perving out and like trying to look at naked women like by like drilling holes in walls and things along those lines.
I suppose that's good news that's the last relate you have.
Right.
That Hollywood has not shown us those kind of movies.
Well, there's a guy in a gym, and there was an incident in the women's locker room because he crashed through the ceiling. His name is Brian. He's 41 years old. He's a member of the gym, and I guess he decided to climb up into the ceiling so he can spy on women in the locker room.
Oh.
How about he landed on a woman when he crashed into the ceiling?
That sucks.
Luckily, she's fine. She's going to be okay. As for Brian, not so lucky. He's been arrested.
Yeah, that's dude, you got issues.
Shout out, we got the Super Bowl going on this weekend as we played that Marshawn Lynch commercial earlier. A few players on both teams doing some really cool stuff, both on the Kansas City Chiefs side and also the Tampa Bay Buccaneers side. Anthony Sherman from the Chiefs, I thought this was really cool. He gave 2 tickets to the Super Bowl to a young fan who's suffering from an inoperable brain tumor who has like 6 to 9 months to live. But that was like 2 years ago, and he's fortunately still alive, and I think that's pretty damn awesome that he hooked up the kid with some tickets to be able to have a good time. And then on the flip side, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Gronk, what did he do? He went and surprised some healthcare workers with tickets. He said during one of the toughest times the world has ever experienced, it was our healthcare workers that made sacrifices every day. Speaking of Gronk, I don't know if you heard this story, but this is just hilarious. So, because of how COVID is, when he first joined the team, he had to do some workouts without being at the practice facility, but had to send video to prove that he was doing these workouts. Like a bunch of sprints, a bunch of other stuff as well. So during the off-season workouts, he decided to game the system, BJ, and it's pretty awesome. He recorded himself running sprints wearing different shirts on the same day.
Oh.
And then every day he would send the video being like, here I am working out. Now, he says he was actually still doing the workouts. He just thought it was annoying to have to pull out a video camera and film himself each time. So the way to beat that is to film a bunch of times wearing different shirts. But I think he's just saying that to cover his own ass.
That's so funny.
But he's in the Super Bowl, so what does it matter?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that if whatever he did, right, it got him there.
I think that's pretty funny. As far as weather, we got 45 degrees. We got some rain today. That's the Mix Report, and that's what's up.
We do have some sad news. It's sudden, but not surprising. It's just that I didn't expect it to be so quick. Dustin Diamond, who is Screech from Saved by the Bell, he passed away yesterday, only 44 years old.
Dude, it was so weird because I was just doing stuff around the house. I get that Daily Mail alert on my phone. I don't even know. I ask for it, but I always still get it. And it just popped up and said, Screech has cancer. I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. That's terrible news. And then an hour later, Screech died. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even know about the cancer until then.
I thought we talked about it on the show that he had
might
cancer.
have, and it just kind of went in. It's like one of those things where it's like information that just kind of left my brain.
I thought it was last week that we got that information.
I think you're right, but it was still kind of like, whoa, that was fast.
Yeah, that's why I thought, last week we heard about the stage 4 lung cancer. But you know what? He wasn't part of the Saved by the Bell. Remember, he wasn't part of any of that, and we thought maybe it was his behavior in life. Mm-hmm. And I wonder now if they all really knew before we did that he was really, really having trouble with cancer. Because all of this is just so quick that, I think they probably respected him and didn't say anything, but still couldn't make him part of those plans.
I don't know. I know that he had I know that a few of them have mended some issues with each other, like him and Mario Lopez and Mark Paul Gossett
Gosselin.
That too.
Yeah,
Gosler.
Like I said, Gosler.
Thanks for correcting me, BJ, and thanks for correcting BJ, Danny.
Appreciate it. And Rev.
Yeah. But it sounded like when he wrote that tell-all book, like he just made up stories and just completely crapped on them, saying they were all having sex and doing drugs. And I mean, he wasn't. I can understand why they didn't want to do anything with the dude.
Yeah. You're right. So it's hard to know if in fact it was that why he was not allowed, or this, or a combo. But his team said he was diagnosed with this brutal, relentless form of malignant cancer, and it spread rapidly through his system. And they said the only mercy that it exhibited was that if it was a sharp and swift execution, Dustin did not suffer. Those are their words. Huh. And according to reports, he wasn't a smoker. And he thought that the cancer may have come from asbestos in the seedy motels he'd stay at while on the road. But it sounds like it started somewhere else and then spread to his lungs. So I who knows how all this stuff starts.
It's been an interesting thing to watch yesterday because, obviously a lot of the Saved by the Bell cast members were saying some nice stuff about him. And then people are calling them out by saying nice stuff about him, like posting old videos of him saying, I don't talk to them anymore. I don't do this. And it's like, well, those are from like a couple of years ago. And it sounds like he has talked to some of the cast members since then. It's just a weird thing. Like people are just like quick to like crap on the other Saved by the Bell cast members for paying tribute to a former coworker. And it's like, well, I mean, what do you want them to do? Be like, hey, I still don't like the guy. He did some crappy stuff to us. I mean, I think they're taking the high road. I don't think you need to like make them feel bad because they're not friends with Screech when he was a jerk to them.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's one thing if they were jerks and then all of a sudden pretended they weren't jerks. I could see the point going, oh, wow, here you are being fake when really. But like you said, it was the other way around. They were the ones that had a reason to be upset, and they still took the high road. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. It's classy to me.
Yeah, I mean, everybody had really nice, loving things to say about the guy. They didn't focus on any of the bad stuff, which is, I mean, you wouldn't expect them to, but it was still nice to hear that they had some stuff that still they remembered about him that they loved.
Yeah, Elizabeth Berkeley said, I'm grateful to have gotten to create with Dustin when we were at the beginning of our dreams coming true. I will hold on to those sweet memories and the laughs we shared. And Lark Voorhees said, words cannot express the grief that I'm feeling right now. Dustin and I have had a warm and special friendship. He was a caring gentleman, and my memories of him will always be cherished. I mean, it's amazing considering, like you said, what he wrote, that they were still able to remember the good times and the good parts of the dude.
That I think. I mean, it sounded like he had his problems, and I mean, maybe at some point he finally came to amends with them, and I think he did say he regretted making that book, but also blamed it on a ghostwriter for writing the book, and there was a lot of stuff going on with that.
I think there was substance.
Unfortunate,
yeah. And when that happens, it turns you into a different person where you basically are doing a lot of denying and a lot of blaming. And I think they know that. I think that guy they know wasn't the Dustin they knew. They knew the sober Dustin who they had a lot of love for.
I did try to watch that Saved by the Bell reboot. I couldn't do it.
I haven't watched it yet. I wanted to watch it. Saved by the Bell was one of my favorite shows growing up, and I still haven't yet. But
I watched like the first episode. Honestly, it missed. Screech was a big part of why I liked the original Saved by the Bell.
Enough.
Well, sure. Where's the comic relief?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody else is relatively cool, and Screech was the goofball.
You know what's weird is on Instagram yesterday, I noticed that a lot of my favorite bands, like the pop punk bands, were showing a lot of love to Screech, like Newfound Glory and Yellow Card and Less Than Jake. And I was like, wow, he made it around in the pop punk crowd of like everyone loved him. And
same with wrestling. Like there's a lot of wrestlers. I think it's like anyone who's in their 30s or 40s grew up, and that guy was like a big part of their childhood.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't know that Dustin was a big Star Wars fan. I guess one of his final two wishes was to actually go see the Star Wars exhibit at Disney World. He wanted to do that. And I guess he also wanted to meet his idol, Justin Chancellor, who's, of course, the bassist from Tool. I didn't know he was a big Tool fan.
I knew that he was a huge Tool fan. Like, I saw him posting some stuff, like showing some videos of him playing bass along to the music of Tool. And I think like he was trying to start a Tool tribute band at some point just because of how much of a fan he was of the band Tool.
Yeah, I guess, unfortunately, he didn't get to do either one of those things because the cancer took him out before.
It happened so fast, yeah.
So, I mean, pretty much everybody, like you said, everybody had good things to say about him. And I'm glad they could, when somebody is, down that horrible spiral of addiction, you really, really hope they're remembered for who they were before that happened. And Hollywood, you're talking how many years ago Saved by the Bell was on, and they weren't known for treating people really well. So they were young people just trying to, make their way, and the grueling schedule of doing a show. And sometimes people turn to substances in order to deal with that grueling schedule, and sometimes substances just get a hold of them and turn them into a different person. So I can appreciate that Dustin Diamond was a good dude that just got wrecked by addiction.
It was weird because I saw Mark Paul Gosselaar's post, and it was a really nice post about him. And then some guy who, I don't know, he's like a reporter or a journalist. I've never heard of the guy, Felipe Berry. He just posted an old video from Extra that shows Mark Paul Gosselaar talking about, Screech saying, I haven't seen Mark Paul since I was 16, and then just starts, talking about how he doesn't connect with those guys. Almost to try and be like, how could you feel so bad when you haven't seen this guy? And it's it's a weird thing to want to go on Twitter to to bring up some negativity when a guy is obviously mourning the loss of someone that he once knew and at one point did care about.
Yeah, and it's obvious that these folks, it really irritates me because Al-Anon tells you that you really, really have to let go of those folks so they don't ruin your life. And
right.
so, and I know this because I have family members and I've had to deal with this, and somebody could say the same thing to me. How could you say you have love for your family member when you haven't spoken? It's like, dude, you don't understand. I wish I could, but you know what? There are professional organizations say that I am not helping if I just don't just let them go because they'll ruin my life.
Right.
They're, and it's such ignorance. So, yeah, I bet it broke their hearts to see Screech going through what he was going through and to see Dustin going, there's somebody who they worked with and loved and all those kind moments they remember from doing the show, to watch his life turn into what it turned into.
But what are they supposed to do? Yeah, at some point it's he wrote a book crapping all over us. He said negative things about us, so I'm supposed to just keep continuing to take this keep this guy in my life because of that? Yeah. It's a weird thing, man.
Well, it's just, again, clickbait. A lot of ignorant clickbaiters just trying to make I don't know who that person is, that journalist. They're on Twitter. Everybody thinks they're a journalist, and a lot of them who say they're a journalist and people I've met in my life and certain things, you go, really?
And what do we think? Yeah. Gotcha, man. Proved you wrong.
Sorry they took the high road and remembered the good times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. They should have been jerks. That's what we need more of in this country, is people being jerks. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Lopez starred in the 2001 romantic comedy The Wedding What?
Jennifer Lopez. The Wedding Proposal.
No.
The Wedding Singer?
No.
Oh, crap. The Wedding Plan.
No.
Ooh, Steve, you almost had a plan. Yeah, there you go.
There it is. See? I said it.
Oh, wow, I missed that. Sorry. Oh, you got robbed.
There's a delay.
Yeah. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
When we think about something that brings out the best in us, it usually involves helping someone else. By donating plasma at a Griffel Center, you can help save millions of lives and show your good side to the world. You'll join thousands of people who donate safely each week. so patients get the plasma-derived medicines they rely on. And you'll be rewarded up to $1,000 your first month. Learn more at grifolsplasma.com.